What up, everybody? Power Season 3, after being left for dead by a ghost in a burning building, Kanan was able to escape and contacted his cousin Jukebox in DC to pick him up, get him treated, and back on his feet. When Kanan first got to Jukebox's house and met her girlfriend Candy, Candy told Kanan this concerning him and Jukebox. Y'all must have been pretty tight. I've never seen her let anybody stay here before. This statement alone tells us that grown Jukebox was a very private person, secluded, and just prefers to be in the company of her girl. And like most of us who spent any time in the game, she probably has trust issues, causing her to not have many friends, if any at all. But Kanan's reply was, she owes me. I was there for her when her daddy kicked her out for the way she is. Was this talking about the incident in Season 1 when Marvin laid hands on Juke? Because he never really put her out. Juke was the one who decided to leave. Also, Raq was the one who was more there for Jukebox at this time because Kanan had to leave town for a few months to live in Virginia. So this makes me to ask the question, will Juke and Marvin have another altercation? But one thing to keep in mind was when Kanan was telling Candy this story, Kanan paused for a few seconds between saying her daddy and kicked her out. Almost like he was about to tell some personal business, not really thinking because he was in pain, and caught himself at the last minute. Getting me to the big question, will something else happen between Juke and Marvin that causes her to snap out and kill him? And is this why Juke grew up to be so cold and messed up? Also keep in mind, Kanan telling Tariq, you're not a real killer until you kill someone you love. Do you think that this statement also applies to Jukebox? But with all that said, I doubt Jukebox's first kill will be Marvin. But at the same time, I do think it is a small possibility. Go ahead and drop who you think will be Jukebox's first kill in the comment section. So if Jukebox's first kill isn't Marvin, could it be avenging Marvin's killer? Possibly even Ronnie Mathis. And this is how Jukebox begins to build up her reputation, taking down the most feared man in Queens, Ronnie Myers. But one thing we have to keep in mind regarding Jukebox is that all her kills will have to be clean, and she's not going to have any kind of criminal record. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to get into the police academy. Making me to ask the question, will Howard play a part in helping keep Jukebox's record clean? Possibly even covering up a murder or two for her. Because I'm sure he's going to be doing that already for Kanan at some point. And kind of already has concerning the bag crack and who shot him. But with all that said, I don't think Howard will be the one to help get Jukebox into the police academy unless he survives for another decade plus and is also able to keep out of trouble at the same time. Because Juke doesn't join the police force until around 2005. But sticking with Howard, I've heard a lot of speculation that Howard could be Jukebox's first kill. But personally, I don't see that. Simply because if she did something to Howard, I think that this would damage her relationship with Kanan. But there is a chance that Juke's first kill could be Raq though. Either though right now Juke and Raq are on good terms, and Raq is going to use Juke to keep tabs on Kanan. But eventually all Raq's lies are going to catch up with her. First off with the fact that Raq lied to Juke about how her mother died. Raq told her that Kenya said a whole bunch of nice things about Juke, but that wasn't true. So Juke could catch Raq in that lie and blame her for Kenya's death. In addition to that, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season that Marvin will find out that Raq was Howard's CI back in the day and that she set him up to go to prison. He probably would decide not to retaliate against his own sister, causing Juke to take matters into her own hands. Because she also knows about all of Raq's lies to Kanan and how she sent him to kill his own father. Now I want to backtrack for a minute to OG Power when Jukebox told Kanan she was there when he caught his first body. She obviously wasn't talking about Buck 20 because she was with Nicole. So was she talking about when he thought he killed Howard? Because she was there with him at the bodega when he was waiting to go out of town. But with that said, now that I think about it, Juliana is gonna have to go by the end of the season, because if the feds ever circle back around questioning Juliana about what happened that night, she may change her story because she knows that Kanan is the one who shot Howard. But at the same time, this would also make her an accomplice or something like that, so she's probably just gonna have to keep her mouth shut about it. Getting me back to Jukebox and her first kill theory. Jukebox is currently in a girl group called Butter, but we know that this group isn't going to work out because of the fact she turns out to be a dirty cop. There's also the scene from a teaser commercial I saw where Juke was punching a girl from the group. I believe it to be Crystal. So could Juke's first body be somebody from her girl group, her manager, or Crystal? Possibly even Aisha out of jealousy or rage or something like that. One thing to keep in mind is the fact that Jukebox doesn't even have a piece right now in the first place to be catching any bodies. But she's been low-key looking to go to the military when she finishes school. And if the girl group doesn't have a long life, then we could definitely see Juke joining the army. This could be where she catches her first body, possibly in the line of duty. This could also be where something very, very bad happens to Juke, which causes her to really start to become cold-blooded. Keep in mind what OG Kanan said about Juke when she was being tortured by the church folk, that it wasn't one thing that made Juke the way she was. In season 1, before Juke met Nicole, she was in the robbing and boosting business. But after getting caught and let go by the security guard she saved, she decided to get out of that and promised Nicole that she would stop. But we know that OG Jukebox in power was all about hitting licks. From the time we met her, she was planning a jewelry store heist. Will Juke go back to robbing and boosting when the girl group doesn't work out? And that will play a part in her turning so cold, breaking her promise to her one true love. The final person I have on my list to be Juke's first kill would be Uncle Lou, who has let Jukebox down time and time again. First agreeing with Crown that Juke didn't look the part of a female R&B singer. Then to turn around and give Juke's song that she wrote about Nicole to Ziza. Then Juke decided to give Lou one last chance to help her prepare a song to perform at the girl group auditions, only for Lou to get drunk and end up in jail missing the auditions and letting Juke down yet again. As Lou will pick up the liquor bottle again and continue to spiral out of control, he will eventually do something that will put the family in danger. Could this result in something happening to either Marvin or Rock, where Juke gets fed up with Lou and ends him herself? Keep in mind that the season 3 teaser has Lou with a gun to his head. Is this Jukebox? It does look like a small female gun. Possibly even the same gun that Famous used to body Freddy. So I questioned earlier, how would Juke even get a piece to catch a body? Maybe she got it from Famous, and that gun is going to pile up some bodies before eventually somebody goes down for all of them. And there you have it, Jukebox's first kill theory. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.